Hello students, how are you doing? I hope you are doing great. Today we are going to study your second poem from ninth class Beehive. Name of the poem is Wind. In this poem, the poet says that wind is very destructive. He has linked the destructive power of wind to the problems of life and says that the weak people break down but stronger people emerge out of problems. They become stronger. The poem gives an important message that we should be mentally tough and physically strong in order to survive the hardships of life. Actually, the wind represents the problems, difficulties, challenges, and we should encounter them boldly. Let us read the poem. The first stanza of the poem goes like this: Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Poking fun means making fun of something. Weakling means a person who is weak. Let's see the explanation of the poem. Here the poet talks to the wind. He asks the wind to come softly. So he is saying that the wind should not be very strong, it should be soft. Then he says that wind is very powerful. It is destructive. It breaks the shutters of the windows and scatters the papers. When the wind is very powerful, all the books which are kept on the shelf fall down. So here the poet is describing the power of the wind. Then he says to the wind to look at the destruction that it had done. Whenever there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak, like small plants, tiny children, etc., they all get scared and they can even fall and get hurt. Because we can say that the poet is referring to the wind as a young child. He is saying that it should come softly, just like a small child does. In the later part, we come to know that the wind is destructive, just like a youth, just like a young boy or a young girl who is full of energy, violence, and destruction. Let us see the poetic device rhyme scheme. There is no rhyme scheme in the poem. The entire poem is written in free verse. First poetic device is anaphora. What is anaphora? When a word is repeated at the start of two or more consecutive lines. Here in line 2, 3, 4, don't word is being repeated, and in line 6, 7, 8 begin with you. So here is anaphora. Next poetic device used over here is personification. Wind has been personified. When the poet says you are, then he is referring it as a human being. Let's see the next stanza of the frail crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling leaves, crumbling hearts. Crumbling means falling or to cause something to break, means breaking. Rafter means sloping beam which support the roof of the building. Let us see the explanation. Here the word crumbling is repeated so many times to lay stress that everything is broken in the face of a strong wind. So the writer is saying that when wind is very powerful, it is very strong. It leads to destruction of everything. Houses which are weak, frail houses means which are weak houses, they break down. Doors which are weak, they break down. The roofs of the building are beams which support the roof of the building break down. People fall, animal, leaves, and hearts, everything break down in the face of adversity. So the poet is saying that whenever a weak person faces many problems, challenges in life, he breaks down and falls. Poetic devices, repetition, crumbling is repeated many times to lay emphasis. The poet wants to say that the wind crushes everything that is weak. That is why he repeats the word crumbling so many times. Let us see the next line. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. Winnows means to break grain free of chaff. Means गेहूं को उसके भूसे से अलग करना. Husk means भूसा. Okay. Let us see the explanation. The poet is addressing to God as a wind god. He is saying that the powerful god of wind winnows, that means he separates all the people, and those people who are weak fall down and get crushed. So here a comparison is made between wheat and the people. Just like we winnow the wheat to separate the grain from chaff, the wind god separates the strong people. Wind god here means difficulties, problems. Separates the strong people from the weak people. When there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak fall down and get crushed. Let poetic device used over here is alliteration. Wind winnows. Here is alliteration as W sound is being repeated at the closely connected words. Let's see the next stanza. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let us build strong homes. Let us joint the door firmly. Practice the door to form the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. Steadfast means firm. The poet wants to make friends with the wind. That is the problems in our lives. He said that the problems, the difficulties, the challenges will not listen to us. They will come. So we should be prepared to face them. In preparation, we should build strong homes and close the doors of our house firmly so that the wind cannot get into. And then he says that we should also make our bodies strong and hearts firm to face these challenges. And then once we are strong enough, all the challenges will be like friends. We will not feel that they are troublesome. Poetic device used over here is personification. Wind is referred here as he. Let us next stanza of the poem. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. Flourish means grow, develop. The poet has kept the wind on a pedestal. He is comparing the wind to God. He says that wind is God and we praise wind every day. He adds that everything that is weak gets finished off in the face of problems, and all the things that are strong flourish and grow to become stronger. He is giving us a very important message that in the facing of the challenges and hardships, we should have courage, grit, and firm determination. The wind is a symbol of problems and obstacles which are to be dealt with fear. We must be friends with the wind and obstacles to cope up hard situations. We had these challenges in our life because they help us become stronger and better. Let us see the poetic devices used over here. Personification. Poet has used for the wind he, his, him. He is referred as a human being. That's why personification is here. Symbolism is also being used here. Symbolism means that the thing refers to some other thing. Wind is a symbol. It refers to the challenges in life. He is using wind as a symbol for the adversities, problems and challenges in our life. So what is the message of the poem? We should be strong enough so that no problem can break us. That is all, student. I hope you all understood. Thank you for watching the video.